Are you a boomerang, a mama bear, or TNT? Stay tuned to see what type of vacationer you are. All right. Bienvenidos a mi canal. I know that's not right, but I was in Puerto Rico for a couple of days. I just want to share some vacation. We're going to do a quick personality test on what type of vacationer you are. We're going to talk about setting a budget, being realistic, what type of spender you are, and then other vacation tips that I picked up along the way. So first things first, if you are, I'm going to do this description and then you guys can answer in the comments. If you are someone who likes to take care of everyone and make sure that they have all the products we need, you are a mama bear. So a mama bear is someone in the group that's going to make sure everybody's taken care of, everybody's comfortable, sometimes at the detriment of their own selves, but definitely that's how I would describe a mama bear. So the second one is, are you someone who, I don't know, likes to fight and doesn't care if you have backup or not, or willing participants or not? Then we call you TNT. TNT is basically someone who you have to watch out for. So if you see somebody who could be their trigger, or you see a situation that could be their trigger, you have to remove this person who we call TNT. So we have our other one, boomerang. Now this boomerang is someone who I would call, we start off the party together, right? We start the party off together. We're all there waiting in line, and then we lose them throughout the night, but right before we leave, they come back. Boomerang is someone who I would say you gotta drop a little bit of a GPS in their bra, or a GPS in their wallet if it's a guy, or the back pocket. This is someone that you're gonna have to keep track of, because unfortunately they like to go off and venture off, but they come back like a boomerang. They venture off once you throw them or whatever, and they come back. I also have on here Stevie Wonder. Basically, this is someone who did not see anything. Now, before you guys cancel me for that, it's a joke. You're supposed to laugh. But this is someone who I say, hey, do you know where Daphne went? And they're just like, I didn't see Daphne. Hey, did you see them fighting? I didn't see that. This is someone who has seen nothing, okay? This is someone who is not going to be helpful when we need to say, hey, what happened to so-and-so person, okay? That's what we call Stevie Wonder. I have on here hippie. This is someone who just glows with the flow. Hey girl, after the club, we're gonna jump off a bridge. Of course. Whatever you guys want to do. This is a hippie. This is someone who is good for meshing within a group, but bad for actually making good decisions. Because what's gonna happen is that you're gonna need them to make a definitive answer, and they're not gonna have one for you because they like to go with the flow. They're in the wind, they're water, okay? All right. I have on here the final one, and this is I call this person, where is Waldo? Okay, where is Waldo, or where in the world is Carmen Sandiego if it's a woman? This is someone who you have to stop inviting out with you, because this person is going to cause more problems than they're worth. All right, I've had a case of traveling before with someone who's a where's Waldo, and it was the scariest 20 minutes of my life, because it's basically like, when I turned around, you were there. And then when I turned around, you were there. And then when I came back, you weren't. And now I've called the police. Okay. And, or where is Carmen Sandiego? This is another person who was just like, I am terrified because I came with you. I feel responsible for you. So this is someone who I would say, I wouldn't travel abroad with them, because if you lose them in the city, it's cool. But if we go to Colombia for a week, and I can't find you at the end of the night, I have to tell your parents and come back without you on the airplane, I personally am not going to live with that. So this is someone I'm not going to be traveling with for very long. So there you have it. Let's refresh the list. We have TNT, basically explosive, mama bear, Stevie Wonder, hippie, where's Waldo, and boomerang. So these are the different types of people when you're going out. You need to identify them in your head. Okay. Now, of course, we have just the regular, they're just regulars, right? But if you look closely, you'll see that somebody fits into each piece of these. Okay. Each of these types, someone fits into each of them, or sometimes there's a combo piece or whatever. But it's good to identify. I want to say psychoanalyze. It's good to identify this, because then what type of trip you can bring certain people on. Because Where is Waldo is not somebody you want to go to with international, but Mama Bear is somebody you want to go to with, okay? So we're going to talk about different types of people when it comes to spending, okay? So let's make a list. All right, so number one, we have your splurgers. These are people who budgeted for this. Mama needs a vacation. That's something they would say. Okay, these are your splurgers. These are people who have waited to go all out on this trip. They're sparing no expenses. Okay. However, the caveat to having somebody who's a splurger is that they're less likely to be understanding of other people who can't afford their budget, because in their mindset, they're just like, well, I saved for this. You should have saved for this. You're bad. So having a splurger on the trip is good. It's good to have a splurge on the trip, because I do feel like people have a tendency to just pay for the vacation themselves. Like, you need to pay for the experience. You need to make sure that you're enjoying the trip. Okay. And I like, if you're just gonna sit there and just party, like, you can party anywhere. I can take you to plenty of places in Florida where you can party at, but yeah, definitely check for your splurgers, because your splurgers are people who they're gonna go all out. They're gonna drop a couple of 4 figures on some stuff while you're out. So we love the splurgers. This is someone who's definitely saved up for it. Okay. Now B, we have the antonym to the splurgers. We have the stingies. They're looking for. We have the stingies. Basically, they're looking for a good deal. They're looking for a discount. Okay. The good thing about the stingies is nothing. You do not want to go on a vacation with someone who's stingy, because guess what? Their biggest caveat is will have to end up copying some of their meals for them, or they will pay for your meals at a later date. So let's say they like, hey, we can't split the check more than 2 ways, and a splurger puts their credit card up and says, hey, I'll put my card up, as long as everybody cash apps me or Zells me or whatever. Someone who's a stingy is going to take their precious time paying you, or not paying you at all. Okay, stingies get stitches, just playing. But stingies definitely make you want to be aggressive with them, because it's just like, you're an adult, things cost money. Okay, things cost money. I shouldn't have to tell you that you owe me money. At least in my aspect, if I have to tell you that you owe me money, that's gonna be the last time I give you any. But that's just my perspective. But definitely stingies, like, you can sense a stingy with when you put a restaurant total, or you tell people how much stuff costs on the trip, and they start acting resistant, start getting an attitude with you. Definitely for sure you got your stingy. Now, stingy is toe to toe with C. C type is someone who is unrealistic. So this one is, I put it on as my notes as loose horse. So this is someone who's a little bit more dangerous than the stingy, because someone who's unrealistic is someone who's going to spend their rent money on a trip to Mexico for a week. Okay, that's someone who's going to spend their rent money. That's someone's going to spend their rent money. That's someone who you're going to have to watch out for, because I do feel like the unrealistic have a tendency to get themselves into financial situations knowing that other people will take care of them. Okay, so basically they want somebody to be the mama bear, someone to come in and financially aid them with. And I know that's one of the most frustrating things to do, because things cost money. Like, it's kind of like you let a friend borrow money, and it's like, okay, well, she's got a big girl job, so she's not gonna miss it. I'm probably not gonna miss it, because me personally, I don't give out money that I can't pay back or make back. But I am going to miss the trust I gave to you, because of the fact that everybody's grown here, I think. Everybody's grown here. Like, things cost money. Like, this is not charity. This is not a soup kitchen. No offense. It's, things cost money, but I definitely have it on here that be careful with stingies and unrealistic. I feel like all 3 of them, splurgers, stingies, unrealistic, it's all about balance. Sometimes you need someone who's unrealistic so they can push you to spend money that you normally wouldn't spend. Sometimes you need a good deal from the stingy, and then the splurgers are there to really remind you that it's a vacation. You're supposed to be breaking bread, right? But my irritation, I would say my irritation comes from, I think out of the 3, which one's the worst? I would say the stingies, because they have a tendency to pretend like they're just like, oh, how much do I owe you? I was like, what do you mean how much I owe you? If this was a regular day, you would pay for your lunch, or they're not letting you leave the restaurant. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about clothing and hair. So big thing with clothing, first things first, is shoes. Like, shoes is basically, do you want comfort? Do you want comfort, or do you want fashion? And I have on here that it's just a fashion rule, but if you're going to go on a trip in July, you need whatever shoe, your last new shoe you need to buy is probably 2 months before. So anything in May is your last time. That's your cutoff for buying a shoe. Like, I've seen people literally go on vacation and buy new heels. Why would you do that? Like, you need something that's been ground into, that's been beat into, that's been like pretty much like, something that's had some wear and tear on it, because what's going to end up happening is that besides the blisters, like, you're just not going to feel comfortable. And then on top of that, you don't know if the shoe fits perfect or not. I have on here 2 practicality for events. So when we went to Puerto Rico, if you saw my vlog on Wednesday, there was a lot of cobblestone. In Puerto Rico, there's a lot of cobblestone. Like, honestly, unbelievable amount. I was like, dang, like we could have went to Italia for this. Like, I don't know why. But there was an excruciating amount of cobblestone. Like, I'm still, like, my feet are on ice right now. Like, my feet hurt, and I had on sandals, but it's just the vast amount of walking. There's a lot of hills in Puerto Rico, and I would say definitely think about what events you're doing. So if you're going to the beach, get you some nice beach sandals with a strap. If you're going to sightseeing, wear sneakers. Just wear sneakers. Sandals, I'll never do sandals again. I definitely, next time, I know for certain I'm gonna be wearing sneakers, but I wanted the fashion. That's why I said, like, when you're on vacation, you have to really divvy out, like, are you going for comfort, or are you going for fashion? Which one's more important to you? And then you'll be able to see, like, what type of purchase you want to make. I have on here, and this is mostly a note to myself, stop buying new things. They don't know you. Like, they don't know you. They don't know you. And I know that sounds mean, but like, these people don't know you. And I don't know why I do it, but whenever I go on vacation, I need a new fit. I was like, I don't need a new fit. These people don't know me, but I'm like, these people don't know me, but I still sit there. I'm like, I need to buy a new fit. I always end up doing it, and I always get mad at myself, but you don't need a new outfit. Stop buying new stuff. All right, so quantity I have on here too, like how long you're going to be on a trip, and if you're going to have a repetition of it as well. So I feel like there's a lot of people who will go like on a 3-4 day trip, and they like bring like 14 different outfits of 5 different shoes. I was like, you don't need that. Like, I know on my trip I brought 1 pair of heels, 1 sneaker, 1 sandal, and I was wearing the sneakers there. Okay, that was it. That's all you need. Like, no, these people don't know you. Once again, these people don't know you. Okay, and so that's just my opinion on it. So let's talk about hair real quick. I know people do the vacation braids, but you ever have braids get wet? Yeah, so I personally, like, this hairstyle worked out for me. This is a V-part wig that I crocheted. I left the link below if you guys want to try it out as well. But it worked really well, because all I had to do was just basically just wet it and then like put a mousse on top, and it was good as new. I just twisted it into 2 ponytails, and I fell asleep with my bandana on. I'm done. Braids, I don't know. My patience is getting lower. Maybe it's an older thing, but I don't want to get braids because then I have to take them out. Okay. But I know some people who get bust down straights. That's what y'all are calling them. They get bust down straights for basically it's like middle part straight hair down for vacation. But I was like, it's good for pictures, but it's just not practical. I just couldn't imagine bringing a curling iron, bringing that through customs metal. I just don't see that. And then on top of that, I also did crochet as well, because I know people who wear wigs on vacation, and then like they come back here, and then their wig is still wherever they went. I crochet this on, like, this is literally crocheted to my scalp. Like, I have 2 braids running here, and then it's crochet, like it's not going anywhere. Like, it doesn't move. It don't move. Okay, so if you do wear a wig, I would definitely find ways to secure it, like do a crochet or have a old school sew-in. But that's something I would definitely say advice wise, like, definitely make sure Make sure you have a hairstyle that makes sense. And then my final big advice with vacation is just safety, safety, safety. Better safe than sorry. If you see something, say something. No, let me stop. But if you see something that makes your tummy feel like nervous, that's your intuition trying to save you. So don't forget to subscribe, share.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.